I'm
Evening.
Fojeng Emmanuel. When I got my advanced level in 2023, I applied to a number of colleges in the US, and I was told that I didn't have to mention anything about religion in college essays. But when I listened to your story, it was like it actually had a place. So I wanted to get some clarity about it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for the question. Yes, it is often said that you should not mention no religion in your college applications. Um, but I'm going to say that there is a way you put it. For me personally, I cannot deny, you know, I cannot deny the fact. Like I said, in one of the essays I wrote recently, I said that in talking about my leadership on campus, right, I mentioned that I was the president of the Christian Fellowship on campus, and I helped the students to put faith and purpose together. That's just an example that I included in my essay. You are not obliged to say, okay, I'm a Christian, I go to this and so church. Okay, that can be out, like it's out of this scope. But there are ways in which you can actually say, actually, these steps I'm taking are grounded in faith, you know? So it's not about stating clearly, oh, I believe in this and all of that, but you structure it in a way that is also not offensive to the reviewer and is also not out of the scope. But if you would want to talk about the role of your faith in the things that you do, there are always like better ways to put it. Did it answer your question? Thank you. Last one? Okay, two more, and we are done. Right.
Good evening, madam.
Evening.
Evening to everyone. My name is Mary Joyce. Please, ma'am, from your story, if I got where you said you did A4, how come that you were able to divert into computer science, like being a software engineer? I don't understand, because me too, I've tried to look for a way to relate medicine and technology, but due to my level in technology, I thought it was not possible.
Thank you. Yes, it's a very crucial question. And I think it is a place that we find ourselves in many times. I was there. Like I shared with you, I felt all of my dreams were shattered. Right? The first thing that I'm going to say before the actions I took was the fact that I just had to trust that I had a purpose. That was the first thing. It might sound like a cliche, but I personally just know that if I'm going to take a step, God has to be involved. That was where I first of all had to calm down. Remember, like I was crying all through I said, I told you. I first of all had to calm down. And that was first of all the comfort I had. And when I began to, inquire, talking to people, talking to mentors, I talked about mentorship. It was a mentor that told me, see, Victory, this is not the end. This is not the end. This is what you can begin to do. And I began to take the steps. I did a vocational training in web development. That was where I got introduced to, programming. Even at that, I didn't love it like that. But when I now got to the university and I began to do computer science, I began to ask myself again, like, Victory, this passion for medicine like that, what do you do with it? I began to talk to my professors. I began to ask questions. And it occurred to me like, oh yeah, actually, even the medical doctors, they need technology in the hospital. So I'm like, yes, that is where it's going to be. And I began to channel, my creativeness. I began to channel any data analysis I'm doing, health data. Any application I'm building for the hospital. And now at master's level, I'm studying health informatics. And that is that intersection that I have found and that I am enjoying. Did it answer your question? Thank you.
Evening to everyone. My name is
Good
Tiogo.
evening.
My name is Tiogo Toko Ange Uriel. I'm from GBHS Bafusam. And I wish to ask, you said you were doing community works, you were volunteering and all of that. But I wish to know, where did you take the time to do all of that, since me, I'm just from finishing the advanced level, and I don't have time because very soon the university is, very soon I'm starting the university program. So where do I take time to do all those things of volunteering
Thank you so much for the question. So, one thing I'm going to say is that as a leader, leadership is a mindset. That's the first step. When you tell yourself, I want to do something out of myself. That is where it starts. For me, I began engaging in community even while in secondary school. Yes. I was in opposite. I was talking to primary school students, talking to them about, menstrual hygiene, talking to them about sexual abuse, physical abuse. It started as far back as then. Now, I was in secondary school, so I could not talk to secondary school students. I was going to primary school, and what was happening was that I did not need the whole day. Yeah. On a Wednesday, when we finished class at 12 noon, and the primary school pupils had to finish class at 1, I talked to a class 6 teacher, and I have 20 minutes with the pupils. That was how I began to train myself. When I finished advanced level, I personally did not go to university immediately, right? So I began to engage in the community works, like I mentioned, when I had the time. Of course, not 7 days a week. I took courses. And the courses, for example, the Young Africa Leaders Initiative, YALI. At the time, I had a YALI course, and the YALI course got me to a community that led me to work with them in a community project. So it's not having the whole world of time, but maximizing the time that you have. This is the holiday period. You can do, a couple of things before you eventually have to go to university. And even while you are in university, you are not in university 24/7. 30 minutes, 1 hour, you are building the track record, because it's very important, building the track record. So when they say, we want to see where this person started, they can see your steps, they can see where you're coming from, and it will make full proof of where you are today. Did it answer your question? Thank you.
Please celebrate her for me.